So we just released one of my favorite features on TradeZella, which is the playbook feature. And in this video, I want to break down what is a playbook, how to build a trading playbook, and how a trading playbook is effective for traders and why every trader should have one, right? So with that being said, let's dive into it. So here is the playbook feature. You can click on it on your side panel. As you guys can see, I have multiple views of my playbooks. I have multiple playbooks and we'll build one in a second. Now, the idea of having a playbook is you can essentially track your playbook, look at your win rate, look at how well it's doing, how well it's not doing, and kind of create criteria. Now, for people that aren't familiar with what a playbook is, in simple terms, it is basically your strategy, right? What is your strategy or what is your setup? For a playbook, we go a little bit deeper, right? So for example, let's just say my opening sell-off strategy or my opening drive or morning top reversal, let's say volume delta imbalance, right? Whatever it may be, I have different playbooks. Now, I go to my morning top reversal. If I go in this playbook, I can see how much has this playbook or essentially setup or strategy make, how many trades, my win rate, profit factor, a lot of different and interesting stats, how it has done over a course of a period. I can see my rules. Here are all my rules that I have set up for this playbook. All my executed trades, hey, these are trades that I have taken that fit this playbook. I have my missed trades as well, which I'll talk about in a bit. And then a section for my notebook. Right? What is a morning top reversal? How do I trade it? What is the criteria? And obviously I can share my playbook with other traders or whatever the case is, right? So let's walk through an example of my playbook. So like I said, here is my morning top reversal strategy. This was built in TradeZella, which I'll show you in a second. Now, whenever I take any trade, right? Let's just say I have taken this trade on SPY, I lost money, right? Now, whenever I take any trade and whenever you guys take any trade, the main thing we want to do is we want to go to playbooks and we want to assign what setup was this? What strategy did you trade? Now, sometimes you might say, hey, well, I didn't trade any setup. So you can set up something called no setup. I didn't have a setup. Then you can call whatever strategies or setups you do have, right? Then if you do go here, you can create your rules and you can select what happened. So if you see here, for me, gap down, rejection at key level, no follow through of regressive buys, my exit rules, why to exit, I'm able to see this trade and just kind of outline all those different criteria, right? Which is why it's very, very important to build a simple playbook. Now I'm going to create one really quick. So how do you do it? You go right here and create playbook. We're going to give it a name. Let's say test playbook. Right here, I can add an icon, I can add a color, whatever I want to do just to kind of get creative. If you want to give a description, you can. If not, go next. Now you can create different sets of rules, exit criteria, entry criteria, market criteria. If you want to delete something, let's say you're like, hey, I want to delete market conditions, you can. What are my entry criteria? Let's just say the stock has to gap up. When do I want this to show? When a trade is a winner, when a trade is a loser, or when trade is break even, right? So I can obviously select that as well. Let's just say I say always gap up. What is a second entry criteria? Let's say RVOL above 1.5. Always. Let's just say hitting support level, right? We'll just go super basic. That is my entry criteria. For exit criteria, let's just say up 20%, take profit, right? Let's just say seeing stock hit my stop loss, right? I can put as exit criteria. Create playbook. Playbook is now created. Kind of change it up a little bit. Let's just call it morning support. Morning support. Update it, morning support playbook, whatever the case is. Now, once that is set up, I can go into my trades. Let's say I upload my data into TradeZella and I can go, okay, what setup was this? I can go here, go to playbooks and say, well, this one was my morning support setup. Now, on my morning support setup, what happened? Okay, the stock gapped up, RVOL was above 1.5, it did hit my support level. All right, great. Now, once I update this, I can go into my playbook, I can track this playbook, I can see, how has this playbook or strategy been doing? What are the rules, right? I can change the rules from playbook rules. I can see my executed trades. Now, another great thing we've added is you can add missed trades or logged trades for that playbook. So for example, let's just say tomorrow we start seeing a similar play happening that fits this playbook, that fits this setup, that fits the strategy. I can create missed trade. I can say, well, you know what? On SPY, at let's just say on Friday, on the open, 9 9:30, let's say 9:31 a.m. or 9:32 a.m., 10 at 400, right? That's where the setup happened, and then the setup kind of ended around 9:51 a.m. Sell 10 at, let's say, 420. Now, once I build this, I can go back to SPY for that day and I can replay that action. I can see what happened. I can see me entering, exiting at that time, at that moment, and just start building a very strong criteria of that playbook. And me as a trader, I'm able to now go back deeper into understanding what happens that day. So one main thing is, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys should be familiar with FOMC meeting, right? So day of FOMC, right? Big event. Let's say I build a playbook around this. I can go build a playbook, create my entry criteria, whatever. Now, in my missed trades, I can add all the past trades of FOMC day, and I can say, well, these are the days that happened. This is what the action was. This is how I want to play it. And when the next time FOMC happens, next time this event happens, I can go back in history and I can see all those actions and I can play it second by second and just get a good grasp of my trading. Once again, this is extremely important. I think every trader should be tagging each one of their trades with what playbook it was or what strategy, fit into that. Even if it doesn't fit into anything, I would also recommend just go into and say, hey, it doesn't fit a setup. It doesn't fit anything. So you can track that as well and say, well, why did I take the setup? Why did I take the strategy? And then from there, just build a solid amount of 1 to 2 to 3 playbooks and start building on that. With that being said, we'll have more deeper videos on building playbooks, more deeper videos of playbook ideas. We did a whole webinar on that. So if you haven't, go check that out. And I hope you guys enjoy this feature and use it to its full advantage. Thank you for watching.